the amplification with the PA, a lot of synergy there with the Slardar. You have the double stuns from the Lash, from the Slardar. Also, you have to keep in mind that that OD with a hero such as Lashrak can always make a kill on mid. You imprison him into the stun, into the follow-up. So.
Yeah, you've got that fantastic setup. And we'll see how they do end up starting the side lanes, who's going to be matched up against who at the moment. Tavo is up towards the top, as Ramses will be farming the settler, so no sort of aggressive movement from VP in terms of taking the PA to the bottom. It's just going to be pastured down there on his court, Lashrak. See how much he can get in that lane. That's at the moment just him and the Ursa's in now. We are going to see the Witch Doctor, of course, move down to back up the Ursa, as you'd also expect eventually Solo to join the forces down here. For the time being, he's hanging around the mid, maybe seeing if he can find some sort of an earlier courier snipe. It's not moving out there at the moment.
You can see both teams keeping the courier in a pretty safe positions.
Yeah.
VP keeping it behind the tier 2, and at the same time Chaos just not using it at all. So you want to see all the supports before you use that courier. Now Solo has joined forces with Lash, and Roger is going to be able to zone out Tavo here, as Roger was one of the guys that played a lot of Slardar when Slardar was a very popular position 4. We don't really see that hero very often on position 4, which does come as a surprise. Lash is actually played a lot more often on that position. However, in this game, you're playing versus an Ursa. Do you really want a melee core versus an Ursa? Even a Slardar is going to struggle because of those Fury swipes, right? So it's pretty good that they put 2 melees versus him.
Yeah.
It's a flex pick, so.
Of course, the classic move as well from Chaos in terms of where you have this Enigma, you do start him off in the jungle as the 4, and you're able to make sure that your offlane is sort of a little more comfortable in the lane by buying him that Ring of Regen. As we've seen Misery, he's given in the Ring of Regen to Tavo for the beginning of this game, so he's able to go to the lane with sort of stacks, you know, of tangos, the Salve, and the Ring of Regen, the Mango. He's beefy. I mean, you can see it. Tavo's just getting stuck in, and he's easily trading blows with that of Roger and Ramses.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that he can actually trade hits with these 2 heroes and not really feel the pain whatsoever. You can see him being on 100% most of the time, and here we go. They do make a move on him, but they need a lot more, I believe.
Yeah, he's more than prepared to.
There we go.
They're got another badge. She's popped the stick charge, but he's cool.
And he's
got a Salve. He's level 3.
He's super fine with that, because they left the creeps, and if I noticed right, the creep wave was pushing in, so he's gonna get some farm here as well. You can see, yeah. I mean, this is perfect for an Omni Knight that's completely solo. He's been left
it's totally on his own.
Yeah.
He's, you know, sure, CS-wise, he's not getting an amazing amount of last hits, but he's getting that solo experience, which of course is going to mean that he's just that much harder for the 2 heroes to actually push out of the lane.
On the mid lane, however, we see Razor doing a little bit better. Not really, even versus no one, Razor should do quite fine versus the OD early on. You can static link him, obviously, and then run him down. So Razor used to be one of the counters long time ago too, so.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you said that's well, very slightly for the Razor. Weehard does have that extra creep wave coming in, so it should still keep him a few CS ahead of that of no one's OD.
It's no one after all. That guy just is considered to be one of the strongest midders whatsoever.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And you can see this, like, as soon as we uses that static link, he instantly gets imprisoned. And it was even a precast. He went towards him to imprison him first, so. Very interesting, that mid lane.
As we see, I mean, it's still early days, 4 minutes in. Lane's going pretty evenly across the board. You've got to be, probably, if you're Chaos, a little more comfortable, because you're essentially getting away with the jungler here. Misery's he's hit the jungle, he's able to get away with it as an Enigma, and you're not really feeling extra pressure on the lanes because of that lack of lane support, at the moment at least.
The only problem that I see for Chaos is the fact that they have an Enigma versus a Rubik, and that Enigma has to itemize completely differently than in some other games, right? You need that. Oh, Roger.
Okay, just go for suicide.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, just a casual suicide, so he respawns a bit faster, goes back onto that lane and deals with Omni Knight. Omni Knight, look at that, actually, 2 rings now. It's so hard to zone him out from this point onwards.
Oh, and actually, interesting, I don't think we've seen that before. Actually, the Ring of Health also being brought for him by
Misery. Also by Misery.
Oh, he's just passed in between these. But yeah, still, it's...
I guess he's going to get the Dominator, right?
I think Misery's trying to give it, send him a message here, you know? Tava.
Oh, I don't think PA can... Yeah, Ramses went back, so he's not really going to be able to help there. They go on Misery, but he should be fine. He has no regen for mana, I mean, so that's a little bit difficult for Misery at the moment. He needs to wait that minute 5, which is gonna come. After that, he can use the Shrine and continue farming. I like the fact that he's buying the Helm of Dominator, by the way. Specifically, as he's playing versus the Rubik, you can't go for Midas and hope to get Blink Dagger, BKB, plus Linkens, because those are the 3 items that you need to actually play against the Rubik as an Enigma. And just going for something different, just that early game pressure with the Helm of Dominator. Maybe we'll see him even buy a Crimson Guard. It's so good in this game versus the PA. Maybe even a Pipe. So just pure utility, I think, from Misery would be the best option.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, every time we see an Enigma, it's always nice to expect to see the big flashy black holes, but for the most part in this meta, that's not really the reason why this hero is so good. As Roger is trading.
He's hitting him a bit, but there's Purify and what now? What now, Roger?
You're going to lose that trade every time, unfortunately, as a support slider. As you can see, Roger walks out with half health, Tavo walks out with full.
Yeah, Tavo is, what, level 5 already? Like, he's having a blast on that offlane, honestly.
We'll see Weeheart go for a chaser. We'll see how far he goes. He's going to continue. Solo's going to pop the Shrine, and in fact, that's enough to spook Weeheart from diving any further. But let Solo walk this one off.
Yeah, he was like, all right, I might get the kill if I dive him, but if I dive him too deep, I'm going to get punished 100% as someone is going to pour to the Shrine. So it's definitely safer for him to just go back.
And we can really see the pressure from Chaos being amped up on this top lane now. Having Misery walk into the lane, helping out Tavo. BP have got to bring some extra backup in, and they will. Solo's got a TP up. They've got the 2 supports up. Be a little careful with the courier.
Oh, the bash.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay, they weren't looking.
It. But look at this.
I mean, I guess not, but I mean, they saw him hit it the first time. He was right next to it, but they didn't protect it.
No, they saw him hit it the first time, and they saw that it only dealt like a quarter of a damage.
I guess they didn't think the bash.
Yeah, they didn't think the bash is going to happen. No one clicked Slardar, checked his stacks. So.
All right, well.
That was really great for them, though.
Well, they're going to try and go on Tavo. See if they can do it with the 3 of them. Tavo already using the Purification. Another bash comes out. Tavo lifted up by the Telekinesis. They'll get the kill. Takes them a bit of time, but it does the job, and that will be the first blood officially for Ramses getting the kill. Same time down bottom, HFN diving in, trying to chase for Passion. Will find him. So as no one will TP in response, drops the Sanity's Eclipse straight away. Couple more hits will do it. It doesn't even need it, you're right.
That's a kill instantly. Yep. Overall for VP, I think this is pretty good. You got a kill on OD and on the PA. Yeah, you did lose that flash rack, but it's not the biggest. The biggest now, the Witch Doctor. Mister.
Nolan's going to get a bonus. She's just able to walk in and get a double kill, as King RT didn't get the memo. I guess he expected that Nolan got that kill by the tower and he got out of there, but no one. He hung around and it pays off. He gets a bonus kill.
It happens. You're a support. You want some experience, and you're expecting that OD to go back to his mid lane where he belongs. You try to sneak in a couple of last hits there, and you pay the ultimate price as he dies. At the same time, Misery. I wanted to mention this earlier. Quite a fast Dominator, considering he was helping out Omniknight so much. And with that Dominator, I think they're going to start pressuring this top tower. Yeah. Already, you can see King Guardi also rotating, porting top. And they have that ward that they want to most likely place behind the tower. But it is difficult at the moment. We have the Eidolons, we have the Centaur. That's early game pressure. That's the same aggression that we've seen from Chaos versus Liquid, right? They just want to be as aggressive as possible. Yeah. However, in this match, VP has played fairly well in the laning stage. They did not lose their lanes. And now it's on Chaos to actually make some moves. They can't just snowball at you. They can't just rush at you like we've seen in that Liquid game. They actually have to make some plays. They have to perhaps do some ganks, make some openings before they take down these objectives.
Yeah, they have to be very careful about who they go upon. As in the jungle, Weeha continues to rack up the farm with the Eye of the Storm, going from neutral camp to camp. But definitely a game where this Outworld Devourer could be a big, terrifying beast. No one. Top of the net worth.
HFN, he's fine. With those phases, he gets out. Razor, going for that Atos, a very common build that we've seen. Actually, well, very common for we. He's been buying that item every time I've seen him on Razor so far, so pretty good. And the first tower is gonna crumble, it seems.
Yeah, so this
Solo,
is still
Solo deny.
Oh, doesn't want it. It's a little too risky getting any closer. He'll hang back and Chaos get the space for that tower. So still taking the first tier 1 tower at the 10-minute mark. Still on pretty damn good timing here, Chaos, with that pressure.
Yep. 3 bounty runes, however, go for P, so they find something out of that tower push on top. And PA, as you can see, is buying that Vlad, so with that amplified damage from Slardar, they're gonna be looking at fighting Chaos. They're not gonna let them take over the map that easily. I think they've watched the replay versus the Liquid. They learned the lesson that was obviously... That obviously kicked Liquid out of the tournament, so...
Oh, for sure. I mean, whenever you sort of see a team let their opponents get like the same 3 cores that they had, specifically when it was the same 3 cores from the last game, you know that...
They prepared.
Yeah, as Chaos, you got to be a little bit like, hang on, this is feeling a little too easy in the draft. We're getting all the heroes we want. They must have a good plan to go against it. Mid lane, Weehaw tries to step up to the high ground, but Roger's going to be there. Comes in with a TP. Weehaw does fall. They'll get the trade kill onto Roger with that death ward.
It's worth it.
It absolutely is. I mean, no one's just getting all of these kills as the Outworld Devourer. It's propelling him further ahead at the top.
Exactly. It's definitely worth it for them, killing that Razor off, basically stopping this tier 1 push instantly. That is dead in its tracks, so... you know what? I've been watching Chaos's Twitter, and they posted a picture of them setting up a trap for Liquid. But what kind of a trap is this? Like, everything is the same. You've picked basically all the same heroes that you've drafted in your previous series. So
yeah,
I think it's VP. They are the ones that have set up a trap.
Honestly, no one has already built up 1,000 gold on top of that 4-star. Obviously very good this game for the kite potential, breaking the static link, getting yourself away from the other 2 melee cores, this Omni Knight and Ursa. It's Chaos, they go for the smoke and walk into the middle lane. They do have the control onto Roger. Roger's got a crush, he's trying to get away, but the paralyzing cask bouncing around will hold him down. So Chaos get a support kill, then I look for the tower. At the same time, down bottom though, the Ursa's left alone. He'll be run down here into the trees. HFN turns, starts to get the swipe, stacking up on Pasha. He will bring Pasha down with it. In fact, HFN, can he actually get out of this? He's going to hide in the trees. He has got a TP, but no one's there. And in fact, Solo finishes off the kill with a Fade Bolt.
Oh, the pings.
Is that team?
Like, team! Come on!
Right, can we check the team? Did anyone have TPs?
They must have had
Did they have any TPs? Oh, no, they didn't. So no one did. No, they didn't.
No one had TPs?
No one had a TP.
Why don't you have TPs?
Team?
It doesn't matter. They should have boards there. In that situation in which your carry Ursa is fighting 3 heroes and also taking 1 down, you should be able to port and help him. Especially
when losing a tower as well.
Especially when you have heroes such as Enigma, Omni Knight, Witch Doctor. These heroes can turn that gang so easily. A little bit unfortunate for Chaos, and you can see that Ursa is going for a Midas. He's like, listen, you didn't save me this time.
He's like, right,
I'm done.
I'm hitting jungle creeps. You know, this is the point where that guy in your pub, he says, right, I'm just going to farm now. If you guys don't want to fight.
Yeah, it's one of those carries. You don't port to him once, he's instantly, I'm jungling. See you in 10 minutes. Oh, Midas on him is all right in this match.
Yeah.
He's playing obviously with core Razor and core Omni Knight, so having that Midas is going to allow him to scale a little bit better later on into the game.
Oh, HFN is going to be there waiting.
Solo. His ulti.
He has got indeed that damage reduction. Solo doesn't care.
It took no damage whatsoever. Pretty good, pretty good. How close is Roger to...
Oh, this is a big one. The Atos down. Rems, is he going to get back up on the mallet? He is absolutely dead. Chaos getting a big kill, but now they may pay the price as VP. They have got the catch onto Weehaw. Sanity's Eclipse dropped down, draining the mana. Paralyzing cast will burn out. In fact, Weehaw, hang on, they're turning it around. Weehaw's got the run of Atos. He's going to move in. There'll be a defensive Astral. Weehaw is still being beat down by Roger. They've got the Black Hole. They're controlling the only Weehaw. He's still alive. The Leshrac dead as well. Chaos, they're turning it around. Solo's gone. Oh.
4 dead on the side of VP. What?
What the heck? King RD and his beautiful bouncing coconuts keeping Weehaw safe. I don't, VP, they don't even know what happened then.
That imprisonment into OD ult was good, but it only connected on Razor.
And now Roger said, it's an effective team wipe.
It's a wipe.
Look at the net worth. They're now 5k ahead.
What just happened?
Chaos.
All right, all right.
All right.
Yeah, Chaos.
Yep.
That one single fight there going amazingly well for them. Catching out Ramses.
Look how much money the Bears got now. Got 2,300 gold. He could get the Midas.
I'm just gonna go for Basher. Hit your face.
He's an alright team. He probably said some horrible things when they didn't TP. He's like, right, let's put that behind us, lads.
All right, I believe
well, I believe in the team now.
Now look at this. Ramses falls here instantly. This is such a good pickoff.
Yeah.
But I think the crucial point here is the Astral V. That's great.
And then this cask, it's the beginning at the end.
He ults here, but he only ults the Razor, so there's enough mana on the Witch Doctor to use the cask. And because of that, Razor turns. As he has that cask bouncing around.
Look how low Weehaw is for the majority of this fight.
Yeah, but there's no damage. No one's hitting him.
The voodoo restoration from King RD.
And then Lash also tries to kill V. Like he gets tunnel vision onto him. He's like, I have to get this kill. Doesn't get it. Actually, they get wiped. Oh.
Well, now, now it's no one who's saying, team, I'm buying a Midas. After that fight, so he goes and picks himself up one.
Yeah, well, to be honest...
it's OD. It's one of the people that buys Midas.
Yeah, it's good on him.
But I'm just saying, if that didn't happen, maybe he wouldn't have a Midas and maybe they'd be a bit more proactive, because now Chaos is going to walk into the pit, take this Roshan. It's 16 minutes in. As you say, you got your Basher done on the Ursa. Chaos have not been punished for starting off the game with Misery in the jungle. He has a mech.
I just love the way everyone is itemizing on the side of Chaos. All these cores, they complement each other so well with these particular items. And Roger, now you have to run, my friend. There's an ATOS with bazillion range.
And I mean, at this point where...
Oh, no one.
No, I mean, I told you, he buys the Midas, he says, team, I'm jungling, and now he's going to get punished. They just run into the high ground and kill him. You gotta be careful now. You gotta get the tilt watch out.
I guess you just don't expect him to run through there. You expect him to run where Roger was, but they just ignore the tier 2 and run straight past it. No one. Usually a player that doesn't get caught this easily.
Yeah, just on his own like that.
Now look.
They're going high ground.
Here we go.
Chaos. The fortification's out. He's still 20 seconds without the OD. That's Chaos. They did it against Liquid with these same 3 cores, and here in game 1 against Virtus.pro, they're showing us a bit of the same, if anything, with even more bravado, considering the start was not, it wasn't crazy for Chaos. The laning stage, they were at an even point, but the decision of when to take these fights has just popped them far ahead at this point of the game as they're taking this tier 3 tower.
They're just proving that the Liquid game was not a fluke at all.
And no one, he stepped forward. They've got the cast down, the Maledict, the Death Force, he's trying to force away, but Weeha's on top of him. No one's going to die. There's nothing they can do to save the OD. No one dead for 40 seconds. Roger's trying to run. It's a nice 3-man stun from Pasha, holding them back.
Right, they take down Aegis. That's something. But Ramsey,
it's something.
They're running to the fountains. They can't fight.
I mean, this is incredible to see from Chaos.
Bringing this much aggression versus a CI stack such as VP that is always known for playing the lanes and the post-laning stage so well, it's just marvelous.
And now, they're going to start in the right thing. You're going to start in the people. The cast bounces out again from King RD, and no one. He has to buy back at this early point in the game, spending the money, getting back in. He'll pop the Astral out onto HFN. See if they can get any kills out of this, though. VP daggers out onto Weehaw.
You just bought back your OD. What did you get from it? Yeah, you hold your Raxes, but you didn't really get any counter kills, which is not really great for VP.
We'll see how Chaos play from this point now, because we have lost.
There we go. There we go. We're fine.
We lost vision, but we got vision back. Anyway, so
he still has that Midas. I don't think he's gonna go for it. HFN.
Dude, Misery's nearly got a full Greaves. We're seeing the net well. We've got to check out the win probability. I mean, how much does Gaben believe in them now? Yeah, 97% win probability for Chaos.
I mean, I'm not. I don't blame him. No. I don't blame Gabe.
Look at how this game's going. He's seen this show before against Liquid.
Yeah. This is the problem about Rubik versus Enigma sometimes. If the Enigma goes for full utility, it doesn't even matter that you can steal that black hole. He's not going to use it. He's just going to pop that mech or Greaves in the future and provide so much pressure onto your side that you're going to feel useless as a Rubik.
I mean, maybe it was sort of...
Oh, Solo. He's baiting something here, I guess.
Hello, Solo.
Debating.
Test.
Test. 1, 2, 3, Solo.
Solo.
Can we... Lag?
There you go. This is like end mid, boys.
I don't know what that was, but alright.
That's the range Raxcom. And now Chaos. They'll move on to hitting onto the melee. What do VP do? They're... each hero is easily an item behind that of their opponents. As HFN, I mean, they're pushing. HFN's just casually on to 2,700 gold. He doesn't need to spend it. He's just walking in and flashing the cash.
They just can't do anything at the moment. Roger has 3 bracers. This is not the position that you want to be in as a Slardar. You want that blink, you want that force. With the Sinless, perhaps he can go and creep skip or something to delay this push. But honestly,
these items...
10k ahead, 20 minutes in, Chaos is just destroying VP.
And they're 11k ahead. They haven't even taken the tier 1 and tier 2 here. So when they take these, with incredible ease, they're going to be even further ahead. This is potential gold just sitting on the map that Chaos just take without even batting an eyelid.
Is Roger even going to try to... No, he's not even going to go for the creep skip, it seems. Or if he does, he's a bit too late now. I mean, they're preparing something in this Radiant jungle, but nothing's gonna happen there because Chaos, they're just gonna force high ground again. They have Greaves.
Yeah.
Oh, Lash is just alright.
Oh, there you go.
Doing the Lash business on me.
I mean, he's doing the Reddit trick on the tower, but that's not gonna win you games. It's a little bit of money for VP.
The drums have been popped. They're just gonna run in. They have the ATOS, the Link.
As you see there as well, Sully tries to hold Weeha back with the telekinesis, but with this Heavenly Grace, having that 50% status resist, you can't hold this man down. So stun onto the 2 and then fortification being used. Weeha, he's just in, runs down Solo. Solo's just dead. No one as well. He's been on top of from HFN. Has used the Astra to hold back the Ursa. There's going to be a buyback from Solo. They're still pushing on to tier 3. They're trying to wrap around on the back, but there's the Sanity's dropped down. It did absolutely nothing.
Slardar buyback.
Didn't do nothing.
Buyback. Rubik dieback right now. There's no Rubik any longer for 1 full minute. They can just continue taking GG.
I mean, it is over. Chaos, they've broken them. Chaos, once again, showing us that this team on land, I mean, there's just some magic going on here, and they have this 3 cores. You cannot let them have it. If you let this team have Omni, Razor, and Ursa, you're going to lose the game.
Definitely, I have to agree with you. I think VP is one of those teams that have these, well, strong-headed players that are going to be like, all right, just let them, they're heroes, we're going to outplay them, we're going to do something magical, we're going to play our own game. But I think Chaos, they have just proved